it's Lisa with Artful Fairy Designs, and I had so many people ask me about finishing off their blankets. It was the one video I didn't have yet, so I want to make sure I get that done. And so let's get right to it and let me show you how to do that. So here we are, we're at the end, we've got all our loops all done, and we're ready to finish off. The first thing I want to do is I want to check to make sure that I have enough yarn. So I'm going to go ahead and do once, twice, 3 times across. That 3 times, let me move that down. That 3 times will let you know that you should have enough to finish. And in this case, I have a little bit extra, so that's okay. All right, it doesn't make a difference which end you are on. At this point, we are on the right side, going to the left. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take our working yarn and we're going to put it through this final loop on this side. And notice I'm going to make this larger than these loops that are here. And the reason being is, you'll see in a second, is we're going to put the next loop through it and keep continuing down to make our braid that goes along the top. And so we need it to be just a little bit longer than these. Okay, so we're going to have our first one. Let me put through a second one. Okay, so if you can think of it, kind of think of it like a hug. So here you have the one on, in this case, on the right, and you have the one next to it that we just made. The one on the right is going to go over the top of the one on the left. Okay, and you're going to pull that one up. And you're going to go ahead and make another loop. Okay, and the one on the right is going to go over the one on the left. Make another loop. If you get that in your head too, I think that kind of helps you, right? Helps me to think, okay, the one on the right is going to go over the one on the left till you get it down, and then you just keep on going. You won't even think twice about it. Okay, because sometimes you can stop in the middle and question yourself. So one on the right goes over the one on the left, and you can tell if you're doing it right by the really nice braid that you see. Okay, so just remember, we're going to make a loop. One on the right goes over the left. And then you're just going to keep pulling those through. You just want to make sure that they are long enough, but not so long that this is so loose. So check it as you go through the first few to see if you have the right length. I'm using roughly 3 fingers. That is because these are, I like a little bit tighter. So these are a little bit tighter. But if you were doing something a little bit wider, you'd also want to use a wide and longer stitch on here. So right goes over left. And we'll just pull these through. Right goes over left. And this one here was this last stitch that didn't get picked up on the way back. It didn't, so it's not equal with the ones that are here. So I'm going to go ahead and take my working yarn and I'm going to pull it through. Okay, and then pull it through again. All right, then right over left. That becomes our very last stitch. And then we can just take what's left here, put it through, and we're just going to go ahead and make a knot. And you can tie that off and trim the edge, or you can weave it through if you have a lot, whatever you want to do there. But that's all you do is just make a knot. And I'm just going to leave that like that. So there you see, you have a really nice braided edge, and your blanket is finished. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, and I hope you do, please leave them below. I'll be happy to answer them. And don't forget to subscribe. I'm adding videos, not as quickly as I'd like to, but I am adding videos as much as I can. So subscribe so that you don't miss out on anything. And thank you so much for watching.